Welcome back, folks. This is the 8th lesson in my Cripple Creek for Clawhammer Beginner series. And today we're going to learn an alternate ending for Cripple Creek that involves some drop thumb to the 3rd string. So we're not really going to use any new techniques here. What we're going to do is just apply existing techniques to a variation on the original Cripple Creek that we learned. And if you haven't already watched my first lesson on bare bones Cripple Creek, it'd really be to your benefit to watch that before watching this particular video, because that's the foundation for what we're going to do here, as well as all the other lessons in this series. Okay, let's dig in. If you listen to various recordings of Cripple Creek, you'll immediately notice lots of variations, and this is especially true for playing the last couple measures of both the A part and the B part, which, by the way, are exactly the same. Today I'm just going to show you an ending that I like that's an alternate to the original one we learned, and it'll present an opportunity to you for developing some new skills, some new muscle memory on some note and string patterns. So let's just quickly review the standard bare bones ending that we learned originally. It goes something like this. And then we've explored adding all sorts of embellishments to Cripple Creek, from slides to pull-offs to hammers, brushes, drop thumb. And one way to embellish the ending that we've been exploring goes something like this. And now here's the alternate ending that we're going to look at today. So let me play it a couple times, and then we'll break it down and take a very close, detailed look at it. Play it again. Let's break that down and see what's going on there and compare it to the original ending. First off, in the first of the two measures, we're going to kick it off with that slide, just like in the original. We're going to slide on the 3rd string from the 2nd fret to the 4th fret, and then we're going to play a ditty on the 2nd string open followed by the 5th string. So nothing different there. Kicks off just the same. But the first change comes when we do the drop thumb, which is going to replace the pull-off. And then we're going to follow that with a ditty. So the string order here in this particular 4 notes is going to be strings 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we're going to drop our thumb to the 3rd string, the 2nd note in that 4-note grouping. So we're going to hit the 2nd string with our finger, the open 2nd string. We're going to drop our thumb on the offbeat to the open 3rd string. Then on the next beat with our finger, we're going to go down to the 4th string, but make sure to fret the 4th string at the 2nd fret. It's going to be a fretted note. And then we're going to follow that with an offbeat on the 5th string. So strings 2, 3, 4, 5 are going to replace that pull-off ditty. And by the way, if you're having trouble with this initially, and it might trip your fingers up, go ahead and just isolate this 4-note pattern and just drill on it for a while until you get some muscle memory working, and then put it back into the whole ending. It might require some practice before you can do this cleanly. Then moving on to the last measure, we're going to kick that off with a bum ditty, but the bum ditty is going to be strings 4 open, 1 open for the beats, and then of course the offbeat on the 5th string with the thumb. So we're going to jump from the 4th string open to the 1st string open, rather than playing the 2nd fret of the 4th string for the 2nd beat. And what we're doing here is we're replacing that melody note, that fretted note on the 4th string, with a drone note on the 1st string. So we're creating a little bit more of a rhythmic feel here than a melodic feel, but it works out really nicely when you play it, and especially play it up to speed. And then lastly, one last bum ditty at the end. It's the same here. We're just going to play string 3 open, hit it twice, and then play the offbeat on the 5th string. So nothing different at the end. First notes are the same. The very last notes are the same. It's kind of in the middle where we make the variation here. And like I said, these new parts where we're changing things up, if you need to, isolate those patterns and drill on them some until you get them into some muscle memory, and then start playing them at a comfortable speed until you get this all smoothed out, and then insert it back into Cripple Creek. Also, we can mix and match these endings. You don't have to play one or the other. You could take the first measure of the original ending and combine it with the 2nd measure of the new ending, or you could take the first measure of the new ending and combine it with the 2nd measure of the old ending. So we could do something like, so that's old combined with the new, and then we can do new combined with the old. not just one or the other. You can mix this up however you want. Well, let me play the entire Cripple Creek with the alternate ending so you can hear what it sounds like all together. Okay, there you have it. Just one of several possible endings to Cripple Creek, but one that I like in particular. So it's an opportunity to learn how to drop thumb on the third string here and utilize this alternate ending however you see fit. You can put it in wherever you want, and of course, as I said, you can mix and match measures from the original ending with the alternate ending. That's it for today. Next up in Lesson 9, I'm going to show you how to insert an alternate string pull-off into Cripple Creek. We'll go back to a little bit of a new technique there. And so until then, have fun and keep on picking.